Let's talk more markets. Which stocks the retail investors are bullish on right now, given where everything is? JJ Kinahan, CEO of IG North America. That's the question. What do people actually like in this market? What are you seeing in terms of volume from the retail space?
Well, you guys talk about, I'll start with overall in a macro picture and tell you what they don't like is actually anything that's kind of related to the NASDAQ, QQQs, NDX, definitely, and actually the Dow itself. Our clients have been selling any of the, indices themselves or the related ETFs.
Okay.
And they're kind of neutral on the S&P stocks. S&P 500, Spider, been kind of neutral. Now, talking to the stocks they like, you guys talk about the Magnificent Seven, if you will, all the time. So as you'd expect, Nvidia, Tesla, Microsoft, AMD, those are stocks they're buying. The one that, you've talked a lot about Apple this morning. Apple, our clients are pretty neutral on overall. I actually thought you might see people come in, Andrew, and start to buy that stock.
Hoping it's a dip.
Yeah,
right.
On the dip. There is a stock that I think is really interesting that's sold off really hard that our clients are buying on a dip, and not one people normally talk about. Walgreens.
What is it?
Walgreens?
Oh, Walgreens, yeah.
That stock has gotten destroyed over the last few weeks. And in the last week, all of a sudden, our clients with a huge interest in that stock.
Why?
On the bullish side.
Is it like a meme stock at this point?
I think it's a little bit of bottom picking. You had the CEO resign. I think maybe, is it a new regime? What they were talking about seemed to make a little bit of sense, having doctors in the stores, et cetera. So I think people see the logic behind it. They just couldn't execute it.
Has the retail investor community caught the energy bug? Or I should say, did they catch the energy train properly? Which is to say, most of the stuff is up 25% since June.
It is. Would I say they caught the energy bug? Not necessarily. Outside the Exxons, et cetera, you didn't see as much trading. Now, where we did see a pickup is our clients, many of them will also trade futures products. Right. Our crude oil futures, in both the futures themselves and the options on the futures, that picked up pretty significantly over the last month or so. So from that point of view, they did. I actually think what they're catching on the other side, unfortunately, is the worry around inflation. You guys talk about it all the time. And, I filled up yesterday in Chicago as I was heading out to the airport, and it was almost $6 a gallon in the city to get gas, which it's kind of crazy. And to me, I think one of the most confusing things for retail clients and for the market overall right now is, of course, the inflation picture. Right. But there's no quicker way into people's pocketbook than when the price of crude oil increases and the price of gas.
We were just talking to Dr. Scott Gottlieb about these weight loss drugs.
Right.
Has that
You taking one?
No, I'm not, Joe. I probably should, but,
I thought that's where you're going.
That's a secondary issue.
No, but is it that bad, Joe?
In a sort of Peter Lynch-ish, do what you know,
do what you know,
or meme stockish kind of way. I was sort of curious when you look at some of the drug makers that are behind these drugs, whether you've had an influx of retail investors who said to themselves, you know what, I either have a friend who's using this stuff
and I see... I'm going to buy this stock?
No, you know what I mean. And there seems to be a lot of
Weight Watchers is
enthusiasm. There seems to be a lot of headlines every single day about these drugs.
You are more obsessed than anyone I know with these things, and your body mass index is like 14. So I was going to say,
if there's anybody who doesn't need to take that. But, no, Andrew, to answer your question, the answer is no. I will tell you the two stocks that, I talked about Walgreens on the surprise, perhaps. There are three other stocks that are interesting to me. Two that people have bought and since their earnings, which is really kind of odd, and they both jumped a bit. CrowdStrike and Zoom. So you just got done talking about Zoom. Right. After their earnings, people came in and started buying Zoom again, and that's a stock we really haven't talked about in the last year and a half or so too much. And on the sell side, the one that's maybe the most interesting contrarian play to me, Airbnb, after they announced they're going to join the S&P 500. All of a sudden, seeing people on the sell side, which normally you rarely see.